The following segment is sponsored by Oakdell Egg Farms.
Ever since I had this dish, I was so excited to share it with you and use Oakdell eggs because not only is it a delicious, healthy, comfort food, it's perfect with Oakdell eggs. So we're going to start off by creating the marinade for the chicken, which we're going to start with a little sugar. I have a piece of seaweed that we're going to add into here. And this is a Japanese comfort dish. To this, I'm going to add some water as well as some soy sauce, a little bit of mirin, which is a sweetened rice vinegar. And it's easy to get. You can get most of these ingredients at the grocery store. The only thing you may have an issue with is the seaweed itself, but you can find that very easily at an Asian market. This is actually sake, and I'm going to add a little sake, which you can just overt or leave it out if you don't want it in there. You're going to mix that together until the sugar dissolves. I have 2 chicken thighs that I have cut up and taken the skin and the bone out of them. I'm going to add that into there and just let those marinate for about 30 minutes or so, like I've done right here with these here. Set those aside. I'll set these aside over here as well. And then we're going to start to create this dish. It's the perfect dish with the egg because the egg actually finishes off the dish and it's served over a bowl of rice, and it is just yummy. Freshly chopped ginger is going to go in here. Notice the size of the pans. These are small individual servings, so this is a serving for 1. You would just multiply the recipe by however many you want to make the serving. Now once this comes up, I'm going to let this begin to saute and get really nice and fragrant, along with some sliced onion that's going to go in here as well. You can add in some green onions at this point, but I like to actually garnish the dish with it. So when we come back, we'll finish them off with the Oakdell eggs. Oh, it's going to be a little piece of heaven in the kitchen.
It'll be a new comfort food for us.
Yes.
The following segment is sponsored by Oakdell Egg Farms.
Okay, let's head back into the kitchen. Chef Brian using eggs for his comfort dish.
Oakdell eggs, of course, they're always the perfect choice to use for dinner. No antibiotics, no hormones. They're really so delicious, and they're right in our backyard up in Lewiston and the northern end of Cache Valley. Just love them. Now I have a couple of eggs in here and I've whisked them very lightly. You still want to be able to see spots of egg white in there. You don't want to mix so much that it's a whisk. So you want it loosely mixed together. Now here's the one dish that we did. The chicken has cooked in here now. The sauce is reduced by about half. And all we're going to do at this point is just take that egg and we're going to pour it right over the top of this to create kind of a loose scrambled egg. And so not only do you have the egg, but you have the chicken, you have the savoriness of the sauce, and that egg doesn't take long to cook. And ever since I had this dish, I was so excited to make it with Oakdell eggs. The first thing I thought was, this would be perfect with Oakdell eggs. Now, once you let that sit, because it's going to set really pretty quickly, you're going to take your spoon and you're just really going to pull in from the edges a little bit because you don't want that to set into a pie, so to speak. So you want to just create some loose little scrambled eggs in there. And those eggs, believe it or not, are done. I have the rice here that's already finished. I have it in a big bowl here. And you're going to take that then and you're just going to take it and let it fall right over the top of that rice. And that's why I was saying use those small pans, because then they fit on the rice like that. So sprinkle it with some nicely freshly chopped green onions. You have a perfect Oakdell egg dish that's healthy and easy as can be to put together. Head on over to KUTV.com or to cookingwithchefbrian.com for the recipe.
It does look fantastic.